Have you ever looked at a Capricorn and felt like they're carrying a secret the world can't touch? Why do they seem so strong, yet so distant? So silent, yet so powerful? Here's something most people don't know: Capricorns aren't just ambitious. They're not just disciplined. Deep down, they are souls built with a purpose. A purpose that even they sometimes don't understand. Because beneath their silence lives a heart shaped by something higher. Something divine. And today, we're going to unlock that mystery. In this video, we're not talking about basic zodiac traits. No. We're going deep. Into the emotional walls they build. The love they hide. And the quiet battles they fight when no one is watching. You'll discover why trust, for Capricorn, is a sacred gift. Why love is a silent ritual. And why every step they take is guided by something bigger than themselves. By the end, you might realize Capricorn energy isn't just something you're born with. It's a spiritual blueprint. So, are you ready to see Capricorn like you've never seen them before? If you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe. Give this video a like. And share it with someone who needs to hear this message today. Let's begin. What if I told you that for a Capricorn, self-control isn't just a habit? It's not something they force themselves to practice every day. Like a chore they hate. No. For them, it's something sacred. A silent ritual between their soul and something greater. You see, most people think resisting temptation is just about strength. But for a Capricorn, it's about respect. Respect for themselves. Respect for life. And respect for the quiet voice inside that tells them, not everything you crave is meant for you. Think about it. How many times have you acted on impulse? How many times have you said yes to something, just because it was easy? Capricorns don't. Not because they're cold. But because, deep down, they believe their life has a purpose. They view every small choice, every moment of self-control, as one more brick, building the life they're meant to create. Have you ever watched a Capricorn in a crowded room? They don't seek attention. They don't laugh the loudest. They don't rush to share their stories. They stand there, quietly. Observing. Choosing their words carefully. You might think they're shy. Or cold. But in reality, they're protecting something. Their silence is their sanctuary. In a world obsessed with noise, Capricorns have learned that not everything valuable needs to be displayed. They don't open up easily because they know their thoughts, their emotions, their soul are sacred. Something not everyone deserves access to. And maybe there's a lesson there for all of us. Maybe we're so busy trying to be seen that we forget the power of being unseen. We forget that true strength isn't about proving anything. It's about knowing who you are, even when no one's watching. That's how Capricorns move through life. Quiet. Grounded. Whole. But here's something even deeper. Trust, for Capricorn, is never casual. They treat it like gold. Not the kind you flaunt, but the kind you bury. Protect. Cherish. Because to a Capricorn, letting someone close isn't just about liking them. It's about handing them a key. A key to their heart. And Capricorns know not everyone deserves that key. That's why they watch. Why they listen more than they speak. Why they test you without you even realizing it. They're not looking for perfection. They're looking for truth. For consistency. For proof that your words and your actions belong to the same person. And when they finally trust you, it's not light. It's not temporary. It's deep. It's binding. Their loyalty isn't a casual promise. It's a spiritual bond. Something they offer once and protect forever. Now, let me ask you this. When was the last time you felt truly inspired by someone's resilience. For Capricorn, resilience is not just something to admire. It's something to revere. They see it as sacred. When they meet someone who's been hurt, but still chooses to be kind, they see light. When they see someone exhausted, but still moving forward, they feel connected. Because Capricorn knows that strength isn't loud. Strength isn't shouting you're okay when you're not. Strength is quiet. It's humble. It's choosing faith when life gives you none. And that's why they're drawn to people who've suffered, yet still stand tall. To them, those people carry the fingerprints of God. They believe that endurance is holy. That every scar is proof of a battle survived. And that's what they crave. Not beauty. Not wealth. But soul. Real soul. The kind that's been tested. And yet, stayed soft. Capricorns are teachers, in their own way. They teach through their silence. Through their standards. Through the steady, deliberate choices that most of us miss. They remind us that life isn't about reacting. It's about building. Layer by layer. Choice by choice. They remind us that emotional boundaries aren't walls, they're gates. And only those who honor your soul should be allowed through. They remind us that pain isn't a punishment. It's a teacher. And most of all, they remind us that real love, whether friendship or romance, should feel like home. Safe. Solid. And lasting. So next time you meet a Capricorn, or someone who carries their energy, don't rush them. Don't demand their trust. Watch. Learn. And when they choose you, when they let you in, know that you've been given something precious. Something few ever get to see. The soul of a Capricorn. Quiet. Powerful. And chosen. Have you ever wondered why Capricorns disappear when they're hurt? Why they retreat into silence instead of crying out for help? It's not because they don't feel the pain. The truth is, they feel it deeper than most. But they've learned that not every wound deserves an audience. When betrayal cuts them, they don't lash out. They don't seek revenge. They vanish into their own world. A quiet place where they can heal without the noise of the outside. Where every tear becomes a prayer. Where every silent hour becomes a conversation between their broken heart and something higher. For a Capricorn, pain isn't just suffering. It's a test. A test of faith. A test of resilience. And when they're alone, they ask themselves not, why me? But, what is this trying to teach me? They choose to heal in silence, so they can return stronger. Wiser. Without bitterness. Without vengeance. That's their strength. And maybe, that's something we can learn from too. That healing doesn't always have to be loud. Sometimes, it's the quietest moments that save us. And if you've ever tried to love a Capricorn woman, you'll know this. Winning her heart isn't a game. It's a journey. Slow. Careful. Sacred. You can't charm your way into her life. You can't fool her with empty promises. She's been watching. Listening. Waiting to see if your actions match your words. Because to her, love isn't entertainment. It's responsibility. It's trust. And she guards her heart like holy ground. Every step you take toward her must be honest. Every intention you show must be real. She tests you. Not to push you away, but to protect what matters most, her soul. And when she finally lets you in, when her walls begin to lower, you'll find a kind of love that's rare. Love that's built to last. Love that's steady, even when storms come. But it takes time, patience, and real devotion. If you're not serious, don't start. But if you are, and you're willing to prove yourself, step by step, you might just discover the most loyal heart you've ever known. Here's something many people miss. Capricorn love runs deeper than they'll ever show. You might think they're cold or guarded, but inside, there's a heart that feels everything. It's just hidden, protected. Because every silence you hear from a Capricorn has a reason. It's a story. It's a scar. And yet, when they love, they give all of themselves. Not pieces. Not half-hearted attention. Everything. Their love is complete. Fierce. Devoted. But it's also cautious. They don't fall for just anyone. You have to earn it. You have to prove, not that you're perfect, but that you're real. That you're ready to handle their depth, their complexity, their silence. And if you do, if you show them you respect their heart, they'll love you with a strength most people only dream of. They'll carry your burdens. They'll protect your dreams. And they'll stand beside you, not just in the light, but in the darkness too. Because Capricorn doesn't believe in casual love. They believe in sacred bonds. And once they give their heart, it's yours for life. But don't expect their affection to be loud. Don't expect dramatic displays or constant declarations. For Capricorn, love isn't something you perform. It's something you live. Quietly. Consistently. Privately. Their affection is deliberate. Thoughtful. And often hidden from the world. Not because they're ashamed, but because they believe that real love doesn't need witnesses. It needs truth. So don't feel hurt if they don't say "I love you" every day. Don't feel insecure if they're not always physically expressive in public. Watch what they do in quiet moments. Notice how they remember the small things. How they make you feel safe, without needing anyone to see it. That's their love language. Silence. Presence. Loyalty. For them, what's sacred must be protected. Love is a promise whispered between souls. Not a performance shared with strangers. And when you understand that, you'll start to see how much they love you, even when they say nothing at all. Loving a Capricorn isn't easy. But it's worth it. Every small moment. Every quiet gesture. Every patient step forward. And once you've earned their heart, you'll never feel alone again. Because their love is the kind that stays. But stay with me. Because what's coming next will reveal why Capricorns are not just strong, but spiritually chosen. The next 3 truths are the ones most people never see, and perhaps the most surprising of all. Have you ever kissed someone and felt absolutely safe? Not just excited. Not just attracted. But safe. That's how it feels when a Capricorn kisses you. Because for them, physical affection is not a casual moment. It's not about passion for the sake of passion. It's about connection. Emotional safety. Spiritual alignment. When a Capricorn leans in, it's not just skin meeting skin. It's trust being offered. They don't give that moment lightly. They give it when their soul feels calm beside yours. When their heart whispers that you're safe. That you're honest. That you're true. Their kiss is not a question. It's an answer. It's their way of saying, "I trust you now." And when that happens, don't take it for granted. Hold it like something precious. Because for Capricorn, it is. Now, let's talk about the Capricorn man. You see, he wears a mask. Not to deceive you, but to protect himself. To control what you see. And what he hides is tenderness. Fear. Hope. A heart that's much softer than you expect. The world taught him to guard it. To show strength first. Logic first. Control first. But under that surface is a soul waiting to be understood. Waiting to be seen. Most people fall in love with his image. But if you're wise, you'll look deeper. You'll listen to the silence between his words. You'll notice the small cracks in his armor. And when you do, when you patiently prove that you're not here to hurt him, he will lower the mask. Slowly. Carefully. Not because he's weak, but because he trusts you. And that trust will be the foundation for everything that comes next. His laughter. His warmth. His loyalty. All of it. Because when a Capricorn man lets you in, it's forever. But don't expect him to open easily. That's not how his soul works. He needs time. He needs space. He needs to feel safe before he can let go. At first, he might seem distant, controlled, even uninterested. But it's not rejection. It's protection. His heart thinks before it leaps. His emotions ask for permission before stepping forward. But when that moment finally comes, when his heart opens, it's beautiful. You'll see a side of him no one else gets to see. The playful side. The tender side. The man who finally feels free to love without fear. And when that door opens, even slightly, treasure it. Because behind those walls is a love that doesn't fade. A loyalty that doesn't break. A devotion that doesn't run. Capricorn isn't slow because they don't care. They're slow because they do. And that kind of love is worth waiting for. Now here's something people often misunderstand. Capricorn isn't naive. They're quiet, observant, but never blind. They see things others miss. They notice when your words don't match your actions. When your energy feels wrong. When your promises sound too perfect to be real. And when that happens, they don't argue. They don't confront. They disconnect. Silently. Completely. You'll lose them without ever realizing when it happened. Because once they sense falseness, the door closes. For Capricorn, honesty isn't optional. It's essential. It's sacred. They don't need you to be flawless. They need you to be real. To show up with sincerity. Even if you're messy. Even if you're unsure. They'll respect your truth far more than your performance. So if you want to keep a Capricorn close, drop the act. Be grounded. Be honest. Be human. That's all they're asking for. And when they feel that from you, they'll open. Slowly. Surely. Fully. And their trust will become one of the greatest gifts you've ever received. Capricorns are proof that depth doesn't need noise. That love doesn't need spectacle. And that trust, once broken, doesn't return. They protect their hearts not out of fear, but out of wisdom. And maybe, that's something we all need to remember. That boundaries are not rejection. They're protection. That silence doesn't always mean distance. Sometimes, it means they're watching. Waiting. Hoping to find someone who sees them the way they deserve to be seen. But don't go anywhere yet. Because the next 3 truths are the heart of everything. They'll show you why Capricorn's soul is not just unique, but perhaps the most misunderstood and the most spiritually guided of all. Stay with me. You don't want to miss this. Have you ever noticed how Capricorns treat their responsibilities? It's almost like they were born carrying a weight the rest of us can't see. While many people wake up thinking about fun, about what will make them happy today, a Capricorn wakes up thinking about their goals. About what needs to be done. About who depends on them. It's not that they don't enjoy life. They do. But for them, joy must come after purpose. After duty. It's not a restriction. It's their rhythm. It's how they find peace. Because nothing makes a Capricorn more restless than unfinished work. A broken promise. Or a missed step toward their bigger dream. That's why, even when everyone else relaxes, you'll often find the Capricorn still working. Still planning. still building their future piece by piece. It's not because they don't know how to rest. It's because true joy, for them, feels honest only after their responsibilities are met. And when they finally allow themselves to rest, that joy is pure, guilt-free, deserved. And when it comes to relationships, it's the same. They don't chase excitement. They don't look for games. If you're loud, overly flirtatious, or trying too hard to impress, a Capricorn man will notice. And quietly step away. He's not drawn to spectacle. He's drawn to substance. To what feels real. Have you ever seen someone who doesn't need to prove themselves? Someone whose energy feels peaceful, grounded, comfortable in their own skin? That's what catches a Capricorn's attention. A woman who smiles naturally, who speaks calmly, who listens more than she talks. Not because she's trying to be mysterious, but because she's simply real. That's who he'll watch. That's who he'll feel safe around. And safety, for Capricorn, is everything. He's not looking for someone to entertain him. He's looking for someone who makes his soul breathe easier. Someone who feels like home. So if you're trying to get close to a Capricorn man, remember this. Stop performing. Stop chasing. Just be. And let your authenticity speak louder than any words ever could. But don't mistake his silence for disinterest. A Capricorn doesn't give their heart to just anyone. For them, love is a decision. A future. A plan. Not a temporary moment. Every conversation, every interaction, is a quiet evaluation. They're watching how you treat others, how you speak about your life, whether your actions are steady or chaotic. Because Capricorn doesn't build a life with someone who gambles. They build with someone who holds steady, someone who brings clarity, someone who knows where they're going. And if they sense recklessness, they'll gently step back. Not because they don't feel something, but because they're protecting their future. They know their love is too precious to waste on confusion. So if you're serious about loving a Capricorn, bring direction. Show them you're ready to grow, to build, to commit. Because they're not interested in wandering. They're looking for a home. And if you feel like that home, they'll give you everything. Quietly. Fully. Permanently. But here's something you need to understand. Capricorns carry deep pride in one thing, their mind. Their intelligence. Their ability to solve problems, to build plans, to execute ideas. And this isn't arrogance. It's self-respect. They know how hard they've worked to sharpen their thinking, to refine their judgment. Every idea they share isn't just casual. It's a part of their identity. A reflection of their effort. So when someone underestimates them, when someone questions their ability without understanding their depth, it hurts. Not on the surface, but deep inside. They won't argue. They won't try to prove you wrong with words. They'll simply pull away. They'll let their actions speak. And they'll succeed quietly, somewhere you're not watching anymore. If you want to keep a Capricorn close, respect their mind. Recognize their effort. Celebrate their wins. Not with loud applause, but with quiet acknowledgement. A simple, "I see how hard you worked," can mean the world to them. Because behind their calm face is a soul that gives everything in silence and hopes someone notices. Capricorns remind us of something important. That discipline isn't coldness. That emotional boundaries aren't rejection. That quiet strength isn't weakness. It's wisdom. Every decision they make is a choice to protect what matters most. Their soul. Their peace. Their future. And maybe, just maybe, we should all learn to protect those things a little more too. But stay with me. Because what's coming next are the final 3 truths. And they're not what you expect. These last lessons will reveal why Capricorn's quiet heart may just be the strongest and most misunderstood in the entire zodiac. There's something about Capricorn that many people never see. It's their silence when they're hurting. Because Capricorns don't like to share their pain. Not because they're emotionless, but because they don't want to burden anyone. They believe that struggles are battles meant to be fought alone. You might notice them pulling away, acting fine, saying everything's okay. But if you look closely, you'll see the distance in their eyes. That quiet heaviness in their energy. They're carrying something, and they don't know how to say it. Maybe you know this feeling too. Carrying pain, but pretending you're fine. Smiling when all you want is someone to see through the silence. That's the Capricorn way. They carry storms inside, yet walk through life like clear skies. Not because they're unfeeling, but because they're strong. Too strong sometimes. They believe they're supposed to solve everything alone. And maybe they've been let down before. Maybe when they opened up, no one listened. Or worse, someone used their vulnerability against them. So if you love a Capricorn, remember this. Don't pressure them to share. Don't ask them to open up before they're ready. Just be there. Be the safe place they never had. Sit beside their silence. And when they're ready, they'll speak. When they're ready, they'll let you hold their sadness. Not to fix it, just to hold it. Because even the strongest souls need to rest sometimes. Even the silent ones want to be understood. But here's the quiet truth. Capricorns might never ask for it. They might never say, "I need help." They'll keep walking forward, even when they're exhausted. That's why your presence matters. Your patience matters. They heal best when someone stays close, without forcing them to speak. That's when their walls slowly fall. That's when they realize they're not alone anymore. And now, perhaps the most misunderstood part of Capricorn. People often assume they're selfless. That they work hard just because they're naturally disciplined. But deep down, there's something else. Capricorns do want to be seen. Not in a flashy way. Not in public applause. But in quiet recognition. When they've given their best. When they've stayed up late working. When they've pushed through exhaustion to help someone else, they hope someone notices. Not for validation, but for connection. A simple "I see how much you've done" can mean more to them than any grand reward. Because Capricorn's heart beats in silent effort. They give. Quietly. Constantly. Without asking for anything. But that doesn't mean they don't need warmth. They don't need someone to tell them their work matters. That their effort changed something. That their presence made a difference. So if you have a Capricorn in your life, notice them. Thank them. Not just for what they do, but for who they are. Because behind their strong face is a soul that works so hard. Just to make life better for everyone else. And sometimes, all they're waiting for is for someone to see it. Maybe after this video, you'll be that someone. Capricorn's quiet strength teaches us something rare. That love doesn't have to be loud. That loyalty doesn't need promises. And that true resilience is often hidden behind silence. Their way of living reminds us that every choice matters. Every boundary matters. Every small act of loyalty and love builds something sacred. If you saw yourself in today's video, or if you know someone who carries this Capricorn energy, please consider subscribing. It's a small gesture that tells me you value this journey. And share this video with someone who needs to hear these words. Someone who deserves to be understood, just like Capricorn does. And remember, this is just one piece of the story. There's so much more waiting for you. In the next videos, we'll explore the hidden patterns of other zodiac signs, the silent battles of the soul, and the ways we can all grow together. So stay close. Stay curious. And above all, stay kind. I'll see you in the next video.